Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. When I first saw the title for this game, I got really excited because I thought it was Captain Power. Remember the old TV show, which was amazing? But no, it's Jim Power. And a lengthy title I can't remember. The Lost Dimension in 3D. If you're up for a challenging game that's going to give you a seizure, this is it. Whoa, 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 Space Harrier, anyone? It's Jim Power, The Lost Dimension in 3D. An ambitious game that tries to mash up just about every video game genre from 1993 into one game. And almost succeeds. Technically, it's impressive. The music is great, but I think they forgot that people would actually be playing it. I didn't actually realize there were this many colors in the rainbow. Jim Power feels like the developers tried to take every bit of horsepower that the Super Nintendo could throw at a game and use it all at once. So what you're left with is one of the most confusing yet still remarkably ambitious games that I've ever seen. Immediately, as you can tell, the music is really good and fits the style of the game. We start out with level 1 here, which is basic platforming, except every single trap, door, and spike, and enemy attack pattern from every other game in existence is used all at once. And the enemies will attack you with such speed that you have no chance of actually defeating them if you jump next to them, so you've just got to memorize the entire level, which is quite long, and feels like a patchwork quilt combined with an ice cream headache. So what we've got here is moving platforms over death spikes, arrows, fire, acid dropping from the ceiling, dragons, enemies, and nearly impossible end bosses. And that's just the first level, it only gets harder. Hooray, we've escaped this madness and move on to the next level, which is like Gauntlet. And if you can get Jim Power through this one, you can make it to a spaceship level, which is harder than just about any spaceship shooter I've ever played in my life. So, whatever happened to Jim Power? My guess is that he never finished his own game and he's still stuck inside of the 3D dimension. It's been a while since I've played a game where it feels like you need to take Dramamine just so you don't get sick while playing it. I will really applaud the developers for trying some cool things here and using all of the Mode 7 technology or whatever, but it's like they just needed to back off a bit. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. However, at the time I can only imagine this would have been impressive, at least visually. Frankly, I don't find Jim Power to be the most playable game out there, and also I am disappointed it's not Captain Power. I mean, you can't use the word power and not have it involve Captain Power in one way or another. A late 80s TV show inspired by aliens and other action movies from the time that you could watch with toys and accessories like light guns to play along with the show. Now we have Romans dropping death barrels on me or something. I'll tell you, this game is interesting. It's the kind of video game you might want to play once and then never see again. Unless you're up for an extreme challenge, because it's damned near impossible. But I do have to give a Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to Wesley from Burlington, Vermont for sending this to the show. Home of Ben & Jerry's. Fitting for a game that will leave you with an ice cream headache. So there you go, Jim Power. I like the ambitious nature of the game. I love the music. I just don't really care for playing it. It's on the Super Nintendo. Enter the 3D dimension, if you dare.
No, 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 no,